It's still going on, if not worse, because now they're having to hide it more.
Gemma says the men who abused her as a child are still free and seem as if they are above the law.
I'm still seeing my abusers, driving, young girls in car. They're untouchable. 6 months on, we've had no arrests, we've had no charges. Evidence is still being lost. They're just giving them, do what you want.
In August last year, the Alexis J report found that Rotherham Council and South Yorkshire Police had failed hundreds of children who were abused, mostly by Asian gangs in the town. But Gemma says services recommended in the report haven't been put in place and police investigations thus far have only put her at risk.
They came out suited and booted in a police car and parked on double yellows outside my front door. So all my neighbours know I've got the police coming. Brought me a panic alarm and carried it in his hand. In his hand for everybody to see.
Gemma says she's since been intimidated and had eggs thrown at her windows. South Yorkshire Police says it takes victim care very seriously and hasn't received a complaint about this alleged incident. Following the J report, heads rolled. The council's chief executive stepped down, as did South Yorkshire's Police and Crime Commissioner and the Director of Children's Services. But campaigners, including the local MP, say not enough's being done to address the scale of the problem.
The J report said 1,400, but I'm getting new victims coming to me on a weekly basis. So I would say it's closer to a couple of thousand people who have been groomed or been sexually exploited in this little town. So to provide them with the support they need, you would be looking at a massive network, a massive investment, and that is just not in place.
The Alexis J report praised one outreach project called Risky Business as ahead of its time. But J noted that victims referred by them somehow fell through the net, and the organisation was seen as something of a nuisance by Children's Services. Sky News has been told the group reported nearly 1,700 cases between 1999 to 2011, before it was effectively shut down. That's hundreds more than even Alexis J identified. And in her first interview, the former manager of Risky Business says she was ignored.
I was accused of saying too much, sharing too much information, reporting too much intelligence. Risky Business didn't make all this up, you know. It was accused of making it all up, and Alexis J exonerated all of that, but you know, we didn't just get up and think, what shall we do today? Let's make up that.
But you think people are still annoyed with you about that?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
The J report said that alleged indifference and ignorance about child sexual exploitation on the part of senior managers has led to suspicions of collusion and cover-up. And that's how some victims feel about the closure of Risky Business.
It shouldn't have been shut down because, you know, that was an agency that was working with them and trying to tackle the situation. But knowing now that, you know, it was all a cover-up, then I think it would close down because they were trying to tackle the problem.
Is that how you feel, that this has all been a big cover-up?
Yeah. There's no way that over, 1,400 children can be abused and get away with it if there's not something going on.
And do you think there's still something going on?
Yeah.
Genuinely, I have no idea why it was shut down. Why would you shut down a successful organisation that was demonstrating there was a massive need for their services and was proving results? They were getting prosecutions.
Campaigners say they've been further frustrated when an application to set up a new project was recently turned down by the council. The council says it immediately acted to address the issues raised in the J report, that protecting children is their highest priority. Where they're aware of individual cases, they are taking action and working to identify individuals who may not have had access to the services and support they need. We take allegations of a cover-up very seriously, they say, and that they've made strenuous efforts to obtain relevant documents. 6 months on, a new government report into the scandal is due shortly, and it's likely to find the council and police are still failing victims. Jason Farrell, Sky News.